Show. I'm your host, Austin Aziz Woolman for Hire, come to you from the Stag Studio with my co-host over here, Jimmy, and we are back for another episode of the AAA Race Show. Great to be back. We got a great episode for you today, folks. Shooting the show before Dover. Who knows when YouTube's going to decide to put it out, though. That's up to them. But we're doing our show anyways, so let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off with the Xfinity Series race this past Saturday. It was a good race. We saw a lot of beating banging action, guys getting into each other. But Ryan Truex is actually able to take Stage 1, Stage 2, and the win. And my brother was really excited. He's a big Martin Truex Jr. fan when he saw Ryan Truex go to victory lane. So congratulations to Ryan Truex on the big win. Heading on over to IndyCar, Romain Grosjean leads early, but he didn't get the lead too easily. He had to battle his way right to the front on the start of the race, but he leads all of the first 30 or 40 laps before Scott McLaughlin starts to challenge him. And they are racing so hard to each other, and it comes down to the last pit stop, the money stop. Whenever Romain Grosjean pits first, Scott McLaughlin stays out, and then Scott comes in, and Scott comes out of pit lane just in front of Romain. But Romain has warm tires, so he's able to stick to the track. Scott McLaughlin washes up a little. Romain Grosjean shoots the gap, and they touch going down a straightaway, but Romain Grosjean gets it coming through the corner. And you would think that would be the end of the race, but it's not. IndyCar, we see Romain Grosjean slip up going into turn 5 and ran out of push to pass. Scott McLaughlin mashes the button and the pedal and flies past Romain Grosjean for his first win of the season. Congratulations to Scott McLaughlin. He did a great job managing his race and was there at the end for whenever Romain Grosjean made the mistake. And that is our 4th different winner this season. We haven't seen a repeat winner, so it's shaping up to be an awesome championship battle here later in the season. Heading on over to Formula One, which I watched Sunday, we see Max Verstappen get the lead early, but Sergio Perez in second. Now, we see a caution about to come out, so Red Bull decides to bring Max Verstappen in. And in Formula One, you only have one pit crew per 2 drivers. So Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez are teammates. They have one pit crew, so they can't bring both drivers in. Sergio Perez stays out and is going as fast as he can while Max Verstappen gets serviced. The safety car comes out, and Sergio Perez has such a big lead that whenever he comes down pit lane, he comes back out, and he is our new race leader. So, Red Bull mistakenly swapped their drivers on the racetrack, and Max Verstappen did not have enough to get back by Sergio Perez, and Sergio Perez gets his first win of the season. So congratulations to Sergio Perez on the big win in Azerbaijan. Now, another track that raced this weekend was Springfield Raceway, and they had the bike races. This was a super fun event, and Dylan actually ended up getting the win in the bike races. Congratulations to Dylan, the intern. And we actually have a clip of that now, so let's go ahead and play that.
Thank you. Howdy, my name's Dylan. This is my first bike race. I'm pretty nervous, but I traveled the world on a scooter. Never done anything with a bike, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Break gate 1, and as we drop the gates here,
What's going on within the Team UA?
You got it, buddy! Go, Dylan!
Well, it definitely does look like things got a little intense there towards the end of the bike race, but that can be bike racing for you. And that actually carries us into our next segment, which is the Trash Move of the Race, brought to you by Ozark Mountain Sanitation out of Fairgrove, Missouri. If you need your trash service done right, taken down every single week, make sure you call up Ozark Mountain Sanitation because they are the best trash service in the nation. Now, this week's Trash Move of the Race, or is it Trash Talk of the Race? And that is Dylan the intern. who, after getting his big bike race win, decides to let me know how he feels about it and how happy he is through a little bit of trash talk. And I'm the only one in the family who's won a Springfield Raceway. Austin, have you won a Springfield Raceway? I don't think so. So that was Dylan on the ride home and at the track after he got his big win in the bikes. So congratulations to Dylan the intern on the big win. Then also on Springfield Raceway, we have our Dang, that's a doozy. Dang, this is Doozy is brought to you by D&D Welding and Fabrication out of Buffalo, Missouri. If it's made out of metal or you need it made out of metal, D&D Welding and Fabrication are the guys to go to. D&D Welding and Fabrication at 417-267-2224 can take care of all your metal working needs. This week's Dang, That's a Doozy comes at Springfield Raceway. I get tagged in the left rear and get a chunk of my fender popped off and out there on the turn 4 banking somewhere. So Mr. Hoffman, I'm gonna need that back before I can come back and race again. But I do know some guys who can put it back on for me, and that's D&D Welding and Fabrication, because they can take care of all my metalworking needs. So I'm probably gonna be hitting them up to see if I can get my fender repaired. Well, I've been picking up on a trend over the last few races, and that is Mother Nature does not like tracks that start with D. Now, I'll show you what I mean. Here we have Dover, which got rained out, Dallas County also, and the first race at Twister Alley. All tracks that start with D, and they all got rained out. So it's a little strange to me. I don't know if it's a coincidence or Mother Nature just is not a fan of all the D races. And, oh, Dylan says that we have someone ready to call into the show, so go ahead and send him through, Dylan. Hello, Mother Nature. You're on the AAA Race Show.
Hi, this is Mother Nature, and I'm just so sorry for crying all the time.
Well, that's okay, Mother Nature. Why you been crying so much?
I've been watching those sad movies, and when I do, here come the waterworks.
Well, just try to lay off the sad movies over the weekend so we can get some racing in.
Okay, I'll do that for you, hun.
Okay, you can go ahead and end the call, Dylan. Well, at least we know that Mother Nature is not trying to do this. She just likes to watch sad movies over the weekends and results in her crying, so it's a whole thing, but at least she apologized and we can get, hopefully, some racing in over the next few weekends. Now, moving on to something that's on a more serious note, Andy Zeller, scary crash this past weekend, and we're actually just going to be playing a clip from ORP TV about this and all the information you need for helping Andy and supporting his family. So we're going to play that now.
I saw last night that some people posting pictures and asking for prayers for racer Andy Zeller. There's a look at Andy and his wife and kids. He was being life flighted out. They were trying to extract him from his car at the track last night. Well, I woke up this morning and it was exactly the news we didn't want to see. It could have been worse, but not much. Unfortunately, this was the post that was made. Hello everyone, I'm coming to you today with some very sad news. Some of you may know, but Andy Zeller was in a horrible accident last night racing. He was life flighted and has several broken vertebrae and at this time paralyzed. His wife Michelle Zeller and family are asking for lots of thoughts and prayers during this time. With that being said, Michelle is having to spend lots of time out of town, will be missing work. Naturally, she's not going to be able to return to work for quite some time. With her permission, I'm helping gather donations for Andy and Michelle. We've chosen to take donations through Venmo. Please put in the memo part, prayers for Andy. If you're unable to donate through Venmo, please reach out to me for other options. Again, please keep this family in your thoughts and prayers as they're going to need all they can get please share this post and get the word out. If you don't have Venmo, and then she has this information. We did share this post so you can check that there with checks being made to Michelle Zeller. There's a look at her and that car. So if you're not familiar with Andy Zeller but have been to the track and seen that car, that is the one. Here's the Venmo. We are going to be making a donation to this as soon as we're done with the show. But tonight, by the way, go to Venmo at Michelle-Zeller-3. At Michelle-Zeller-3. Prayers for Andy. They're going to need all the help they can get. It's just absolutely heartbreaking to know that this young man is, hopefully it's temporary. Hopefully that we'll keep thinking positive, and that maybe this paralysis won't be permanent and is just something as a result of the accident and the strain and the injuries to the body right now. So we're going to keep sending love and thoughts and prayers and good vibes. And in the meantime, ORP TV will be making a donation. Just remember, just because you don't have $500 to send or $100, if you send $5, $10, whatever it is you send, all of that adds up. And I guarantee you, when a whole lot of people do a little bit, it turns into something great. Like I said before, the ocean is just a whole lot of raindrops, a whole lot of them that got together. So every little bit helps. Michelle Zeller 3 at Venmo. Prayers for Andy. Andy Zeller, we'll sure be thinking about you, my friend. Wishing you the best.
So that was all the information that we have for Andy. So make sure you keep checking up on ORP TV throughout the week for updates on Andy and his family. And make sure you keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Let's go ahead and move on to something else on the menu, brought to you by Big Easy Grill, the finest Cajun cuisine, located on East Sunshine at 417-832-0040. Great food, great experience. Make sure you tell them that Austin Aziz from the AAA Race Show sent you out there. Now, we got a lot on the menu this week, folks. Starting off with NASCAR Cup and Truck Series, which will be at Kansas. Hopefully, I can hear them from my porch, because I'll be sitting there this weekend. Starting off with Cup at 2 p.m. on Sunday and Trucks at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Formula One will be back in the United States at Miami. Miami's a really cool track. They really did a lot of cool stuff at that track. Make sure you check them out. This Sunday, watch the Formula One Grand Prix at Miami. Now for our local tracks, we'll have Lucas Oil, Thursday Madness. Now they're going to have a lot more Thursday Madness throughout the year, and I really like this because it really spaces all of our local tracks up so we can see a lot of different racing in just one weekend. Plus Springfield Raceway, which will be having the mechanics race. If you have a mechanic, get him in that car. He's going to have a ton of fun. It's going to be a great time out there at Springfield Raceway this weekend. Plus Monette, which will be having weekly racing and on Saturday, and also on Saturday, Twister Alley Raceway will having their second weekly race of the year. Make sure you head on over out to Twister Alley Raceway. Check them out on their Facebook page. Best go-kart track in the whole entire world. It's going to be a great time this week for racing folks. And one more quick thing, or I guess a couple before we get on over to Get Excited. Starting with thank you to the Allen family in Dallas County for just great experience over there at Dallas County over the years. I've had a great time, made tons of memories, and are sad to see it go, but excited to see what you guys do with your new adventures. I'm sure they're going to involve racing. I also wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Eli Muhlenberg, who got onto the pavement in his quarter midget this past weekend for the first time. Looked like that was going to be a lot of fun. Excited to see how he did, and the results. Haven't got those here yet, but excited to see him. And they said that they didn't know if they brought enough tires, because asphalt racing definitely does eat up a lot of tires. Well, folks, let's go ahead and get excited. Get Excited is brought to you by Top Limb Tree Service. If you need a trim, make sure you call up Top Limb at 417-880-7867. Toby Sherrill and the crew will come out to your house, take care of all your tree trimming needs. So, folks, if you need a trim, call up Top Limb. Now, get excited this week. We'll have the 31st annual Show Me 100 and the 10th annual Cowboy Classic, which will be coming up at the end of May, and school will be out. 2 bonuses on the same weekend. So super excited for this race, and we'll get more details on that as it comes closer. And make sure you check out ORP TV, because Mr. Craig Stagner will tell you all you need to know about all the local races coming up next week, results, birthdays, and a weather forecast. ORP TV has it all. So make sure you check them out on Wednesdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. And I think that about does it for us this week, folks. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. And I'm Austin Aziz, Wheelman for Hire, coming to you from the Stag Studio with my co-host over here, Jimmy, and Dylan the intern. And remember, folks, this show is brought to you by whatever Mom's making for dinner, because she can make dinner now. Thank goodness. It was a rough couple nights without Mom making dinner. And thank you, everyone, for thinking about Mom. She is doing better, and she may even be able to take us to the racetrack here in a couple weeks. So excited for that. And have a great rest of your week.
If I gotta drive over the fool in front of me, man, to win, that's just racing.